Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of Goblonia Smash the Faetriarchy, presented by Wilkins Coffee and God of Lore Games. My name's Mars, and I'm going to be the Weaver for tonight. We are playing, as mentioned earlier, Goblonia, which is a very fun TTRPG of little mishaps, mayhem, a lot of chaos. You can kind of see down the line, but that's true, I think. Could you guys give yourself a little introduction really quick?
My name is Lewin St. Clair. I play Kegalt. And this is my friend Gooch.
Nice to meet you, Kegalt and Gooch.
Thank you.
And I am Megan Burr, one of the co-owners of Wilkins Coffee and Unseelie Chocolates. And I play Midge, the conspiracy theorist tabloid reporter.
I'm Manny. I am one of the other co-owners of Wilkins Coffee, and I play Snyder, a swindler goblin who's always looking for something cool out there.
I'm Jeff Richardson, instructor at Academia Dilatory Fencing Schools, and a few other things. And I play Finn, and I get us up into all kinds of mischief.
Absolutely. That's definitely true. I can vouch for it 100%. We're also joined by a little small audience, so say hi, audience.
Hi, audience!
And our lovely, I guess, is the word producer? I don't know how...
Tech Gremlin!
Tech Gremlin is the
Tech
technical
Gremlin.
word, absolutely. Hunter over there, so thank you. Last episode on Goblonia, we were introduced to our main characters. We got a job from the G.I.TS leader for you guys' group. G.I.TS is a sort of secret group of goblins who kind of fights, well, the Faetriarchy kind of pushes back against Titania and her Fae and Ratha, who have invaded-ish, I guess, a little bit of martial law, have come in and taken over control of Goblonia, a once sovereign city of goblins built around a mage tower. And, yeah, I guess I have to look at the cameras. Built around a mage tower. They have come in and they're sort of ruining everything for all the goblins, and so there is a resistance force called G.I.TS. Your guys' general or sergeant, his name is Styx, he gave you a job as you are staying at the broth and, well, what once was the broth and ladle, but is now the brothel, owned by a very sort of rude and a little bit vivacious Madame Bouillon, who has given you guys the task of checking out some disturbances in her interests in the Shadows, which is a space in Goblonia where the city has sort of built over itself, upon itself, crumbled into itself, and created these dark, spooky tunnels that you guys can navigate through, wherein Madame says she kind of has a black market system of transferring goods. She sent you out there in exchange for rent, because you're staying at the brothel in the little secret hideout.
Landlords.
Yeah, exactly. They're making you do their dirty work. And you guys journeyed into the Shadows, used a strange toilet, followed some glowing mushrooms, and met a very strange, sort of socially inept Gerblin and his strange, lumpy friend, Kegalt and Gooch, who then showed you the way to where the smuggler's house was. You encountered a couple of goons who said they worked for a goblin named Queenie, or at least mentioned that they worked for a goblin named Queenie. Fen ran in, tried some chicanery, failed some things, succeeded some things, whispered sweet nothings to a lock, and was joined by a little half-rescue team.
That lock really loves me.
The lock really loves you. Half-rescue team. Kegalt became a skateboard, which was lovely and painful to watch. Midge and...
I did call a lot of attention in our direction.
Yeah. Midge and Snyder, getting on the skateboard, you guys went through the rest of the tunnels to try to follow these goons and figure out where they're going with these goods. in sort of a crazy scenario, like Fast and the Furious, like a la Fast and the Furious. You guys ran into the Lost Boys, a group of allies of Fen, consisting of some orphans, and
I waved.
yeah, and it was beautiful, and friendship abound. And Snyder then, I guess, took the sense of direction using a special power that requires a squib to activate some magic. Took away the sense of direction of the drivers. And you guys, last we left off, you guys were careening straight towards a building as he maybe lost all sense of direction.
And I was sitting behind the drivers and was supposed to be in the cage.
Oh yeah,
and
and you
about to
definitely
act.
gave them quite a run for their money. So you're sitting atop the cage right now.
It was about to act, and that's where we let it off, yes.
Yes,
There
yes.
was a wall and some pigs.
There's a wall. There was many a thing. So we get this. It's a sunny day, and you guys are careening through this marketplace. You can hear the hustle and bustle. A lot of goblins jumping out of your way in every direction. Oh! A Wilhelm scream that I don't know how to do because I'm not Wilhelm. Off in the distance. Yeah, I did that.
And the
most.
birds are singing sweetly.
And the birds are singing sweetly. As pigs squealing, carts rolling, things are moving around. There's kids on skateboards, and you guys are heading. Yes, Keegalt.
Well, this is a little get out of the game kind of, but like God took my paperwork and God didn't give me my paperwork back.
And
If I had it, I would have put it there.
God searches through God's files here, and
Kegel
starts
doesn't
to
keep track of
sweat.
nothing, so I hand it to God.
You are gonna need that, Kegel. I wish we had. Oh, I found
There
it.
it is, yeah.
Fate, because I was starting to sweat a little.
Do we need to spend a squib to find
Yeah,
it?
exactly. Oh, sorry, card cam. Oh, we have actually. Is it? Do you want all these on the table? We have 3 kings on the table.
We do.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Which
Oh,
is
my God.
Yes.
2 of them I know are you.
One was mine.
yeah. So we were about to act. It's bullet time. The cage is like dodge. The pigs are like squee. And what is Fen doing?
So I look at
Goon A and Goon B.
I look at Goon A and Goon B, and I go,
Their
oh
mother
yeah,
didn't love them very much.
I forgot I'm not supposed to break the rules. You caught me fair and square. And take my rope, I put it over one of the driver's arms, over the other driver's arms, and I'm gonna scram through the bars back into the cage.
Back into the cage. Okay.
Totally ins the outs kind of day.
So yeah, so you're careening through. Bullet time gives you just enough time for a quip. Absolutely. You're going to attempt to tie these guys and basically attach them to the cage while you run through it.
One of each of the driver's elbows.
Yeah. Just a
And then
little.
run through. So
Yeah.
I got the driver by his elbows.
Perfect.
Ghosting like
Okay, so what I'll do is the cart is careening towards it, so I feel like it's kind of out of control. I'm gonna put a card down for this. We're gonna pull. I'd probably say I'll say that it's chaotic there. You're working in a, what's the word, under threat. You're trying to tie something and do an action. So I think I'm gonna give you 3 if that works. Well, it does work. Confidently, it does work. So before you draw or show me, that way we can decide if you want to succeed or fail. I'm gonna play my cards. So I'm gonna move these out of the way. I got a 3, a 9, and an 8, which is a pretty high hand. It would take a 10 or a double to beat me. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna play some cards.
I love that.
All right. So
Please do. This feels like a scram.
it's a scram. So that's 2 cards. He's using his knot skills,
Yeah.
which is another one,
It's professional.
and run like the wind.
Jeez Louise. What's Goblin Jesus' name?
And then the tight squeeze to go through the bars.
Okay. Absolutely. I mean, he thinks you might have a hand in there. Something that could perhaps beat me. In your
So that's
massive,
5. So that's 5 cards.
massive pile of
So
cards.
I'm also going to use a squib because I really want to make sure this works.
Okay, great.
All right.
Yeah.
just wanting the chocolate.
Welcome to chocolate. So that's another card.
Great. Lay it well. First, figure out your best 3, and then lay it on me.
Well, you know, I got a pair of 9s.
Ooh.
That seems up like pretty deep. To me.
And let's see, is the ace high or low?
It's
It's
low.
low.
Okay. And a 6.
All right, you beat me with the first 2. But the 6 is just an extra slap. Absolutely. So, kind of describe this for me. In this, we're moving really fast as the cart's getting swung
I'm
around.
on the cart.
Always
guy
just like
here.
riding it like a
And the driver here, and we start careening towards the wall.
yeah.
So I go, oh yeah, I'm a prisoner. I'm supposed to be in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I put a loop of rope over one of the driver's elbows, another loop of rope over the other guy's elbow, and then I scram through the bars. You see me stick my foot through, and I go, and I turn around, and I grab it like I'm gonna steer him.
So you're gonna steer each of the guard A and guard B. Okay, great. That sounds cool to me.
Right.
I love that.
Each range.
Just puppets abound, absolutely. Yeah, so they're sort of like, not only are you controlling them, but they are in fact sort of trapped as the cart.
So now I can steer.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like we're doing, I don't know, I don't want to make that reference. I feel like we're going to do a little round each then as we decide how this cart plays out. So we're holding there and we're going to smash cut over to, does anyone have any on their feet ideas, or we'll just go down the line as this bullet time thing. Birds flapping. To wait.
I am on the back of the cart riding.
No, so you had actually came out of your drift, crawled up the side of the
That's
cart
right.
to slap the guy on the
Yeah,
knee.
that's right. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna like veer off to the
Just
left.
sort of let go. No need. Absolutely. That seems like a sniper special. Absolutely.
See ya.
Yeah. Do you want to just drift idly away, do a sick trick on your skateboard friends?
I'm not really, the most adept at skateboarding. The Marty McFly bit is great, but I'm no Tony Hawk.
Yeah,
so.
no, not Tony Hawk.
Tony
I'm
Hawk.
probably gonna come to a rough landing.
Amazing. So, in that, Snyder starts to let go in this bullet time. The skateboard is starting to slow. Midge, as the skateboard moves away from this danger cart, chaos danger cart, is there anything you want to do to help or hinder the situation? Depending on sort of your moral compass and someone else's.
Well, Midge is in a rather passive physical position right now.
I believe it's sitting like this and being able to look through Snyder's
Yes.
legs as you're
So I was looking backwards
Yeah.
while holding Snyder's legs and sitting on top of the skateboard, which is kegeled, probably having an interesting conversation with Gooch,
Oh, yeah.
only mildly aware of the chaos that is happening around her. As she did partake in many of the troll cat mushrooms while we were down in the shadows.
You
And-
can-
Especially on girls from my back that I fed you. That's crazy.
Yeah, you hear Gooch look up at you and say, "It's okay. It'll be over soon, and I'll keep you safe."
Yeah, so I don't know that she's even realized what Snyder has just done. Definitely hasn't looked up to see what Fenn is doing with the ropes. But she has looked around and notices we're in the market. And remembers, like, oh, we're trying to slow down this cart because we need to. What is it we need to do again? And she flips out her notebook, going down the street.
Yeah, the cart's
Like-
sort of veering. We're seeing like people
Uh,
going about their
Oh,
business.
we're trying to take the goods back to the brothel. I guess we should stop the cart. She's gonna reach out as the skateboard starts to veer away and slows down. And she has this memory come up where she had gone through the market recently and sawed through several of
That you did.
the umbrellas that cover the market stalls, and so she's gonna reach out and grab one to start a domino effect to knock all the stall
What a slow
canopies
burn.
over.
I'm gonna chop these pieces of wood just in case.
Someday
5
I'm gonna
days
need
from
them.
now, I can destroy half the market with one blink.
Yeah, so she's gonna try to grab one while the skateboard is starting to move away, so they'll collapse on top of the cart and make it stop.
Yeah, I think because this got laid out, I don't really think I'm going to make you pull for the success of this. You said you basically cut a bunch all the way down, so the likelihood that you grab it. And honestly, going as fast as the cart and the skateboard's going, you could probably just grab a tent pole regular. So,
And let's not forget that Dodger gave the driver a concussion just now.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
These drivers are having a hard time. They're just trying to do their jobs. And it's not working out for them.
Not working out.
Yeah, so you let go, or he lets go. It's starting to drift. You kind of like pop up out of like unawareness of this reality into this one. Reach out, grab like a pole, and it just, clinks, rips down, and a domino effect of these brightly colored canvas overhanging awnings, I suppose. Just dunk, 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 and like they're falling down. The goblins underneath them are like, oh my god, and like moving, and you can see their little heads, and they're just panicking. And then I feel like what is as you're trying to get these down, are you trying to slow the cart or kind of make a difficult terrain? Or, because we're kind of running through and on the sides, as these sort of empty out, what is the end hope?
My end hope is to slow the cart so that we can take control of it and then deliver the goods to Madame Bouillon.
Okay. I think I will actually have you pull for whether or not your destruction helps or hinders you, if that makes any sense.
Oh, no, that makes complete sense.
Okay, great. So I think I'm only going to do 2. I think I'm just going to do, because you're in an action or under duress, I don't know the word I'm looking for currently, and then you're moving away from this and pulling this down. I was going to do 3, but because you already saw those, I'm going to leave. I'm going to just make it a little easier. I'll clear these. I got a 3 and an 8, so a little high, a little low. Do you think you're going to beat me? I feel like this... I wish there was like a fate skill. Physical... I think finagle. Does that make sense to you? We're trying to like, physically manipulate.
That is absolutely what it is. Okay. And something I have 0 ranks in. So, I mean, I could spin a squib and hope that I beat that 8, but I think it would be a lot more fun to fail, plus then I get another squib, and it would give Kegel a chance to play off of my failure in whatever they are attempting to do.
Oh,
their
wait.
turn.
Okay. Wait, hang on, let's resolve it then. So you're going to choose to fail.
I am choosing to fail.
That grants you another little squib, because, you know, your little sacrifice. And that means you get to describe to me how this fails.
So I think that, unfortunately, we hadn't quite gotten far enough into the second market for the ones that I had cut.
Okay.
So I do think that I grab one, and instead of it just, like, falling over and creating this domino effect, it actually just like yoinks me off of the skateboard.
Oh, okay.
And I think I scrape myself up a little bit in the fall. But at the last minute, it does actually topple over and hit some that I had cut, and starts the domino effect and the chaos. But it just goes like straight down the line instead of coming into the roadway where the cart is traveling down. So it's more of a parallel collapse of chaos.
Going down the road and
Yes.
Yeah,
So very dramatic, but highly ineffective.
I have this like image in my mind of Midge grabbing the pole and it doesn't come loose. You kind of like spin around it like a couple times as you come down. It does topple that one over, and then
I think my hat like flies off and hits the next one that was cut.
Oh,
Yeah.
whoosh, whoosh, and then it hits the next one and starts the domino effect. Kegel, you're starting to roll away. What would you like to do as this domino effect is sort of following this card? Like maximum chaos. There is something in this game about infamy in certain areas. Depending on how you act in a certain region in Goblonia, you will sort of gain points against you. So this isn't a small This isn't a small period, is what I
Small thing.
A small thing, thank you. And so we turn to you, Skateboard Kegel and Gooch.
I need to understand, like, I slow them down behind the car.
Yeah, so we're kind of in bullet time. As soon as we all kind of go, everything we've kind of been described, I feel like is happening. But yeah, the skateboard's trying to move away from the cart because remember, Snyder was holding on to it and has let go.
Is who on my back?
They're still on your back.
I am not on your back.
Just
Oh yeah, you're not.
Not anymore.
Yeah, just
Not anymore.
I did a little goblin bolting thing.
Feel the presence of a single pair of feet upon your upon your back.
So this is what I want to do.
I'm ready.
Honey talk style. Never heard them, but I know. I'm in infamy, I guess. You're talking about. Heard the little urchin boy talking about it. I'm gonna talk in regular to describe this at least.
I believe in you.
The tent, as it falls over, has, I would like there to be hopefully some sort of wooden rod,
Okay.
where if maybe we can catch up to the cart a little bit, we can honey talk.
Are you talking about using
Right,
a
right,
rod
right.
as a gondola to make the skateboard fast?
Well, we
talking
can't
about
add that
right
on there. I'm just saying, I want to help kick flip the cart and the furthest one into the cart if we can get going on a hill. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to get up on there, get faster, kind of like fling.
Do a little grindy
Yeah,
trick.
grindy trick.
Okay, on a fall. Okay, the pole falls on a fallen pole. You want to work with your friend to grind that gnar.
Yes.
And when you grind that gnar, I guess like a Coney Hawk pro skater move where you get faster when you grind that gnar. Okay.
So could we factor in my failure
Yeah.
into success as an extra card here, where like when I went off, my feet kind of like whoosh the skateboard faster?
Okay. I'll say that we're gonna pull for your sick grind. So your sick grind bro. Do you have a skateboard feet in there I'm gonna wear?
How far away am I? No, I'd have to unskateboard.
That'd be crazy.
I telepathically communicate. Guy on my back. We're gonna only talk real good. I've never seen a video game before, but here we go. Hold on and make a sick kick at the end and see what happens.
All right. A grindy trick.
Like communicate that
I'm
for
pretty
you.
sure, yes.
He just opens his mouth and says and says such, and it sounds like a little like old radio or like phone recording or
It's
something.
on the handlebars.
You do a sick like scooter flip where you like jump.
That would get it. If you felt it in your knees before, that would definitely get a couple of heads.
Okay, I will say then because Snyder's helping you by doing a sick kick at the end, makes perfect sense to me. I will. I'm not gonna cheat. You can have like your help action when it's time, but you don't need to draw yet. Also, are you? What is this?
Discard pile.
Okay, it looked to me like Kegel's cards were upside down and they were just pulling the ones they could see, which feels like
I didn't pull nothing.
All right. Okay, now.
Fingers are too slick for these cards. Really hard.
So I'm gonna do. Yeah, you guys are in sort of a combat-ish. I believe this is kind of what we're doing. You're trying to, I think, succeed off a failure. Trying to water out of wine or whatever because hydration is key. And so I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do 3 total just because you're trying to Tony Hawk Pro Skater it and you've got someone on your back. But
that is Tony Hawk.
You're right. Tony Hawk.
I wouldn't be able to do it on just a skateboard. I'm not magic. I'm just a skateboard.
That's what I'm saying. So you have the help action because of it. So you get another card because of it. It just,
I'm gonna pull because I'm feeling confident.
Okay. So I feel like that's I kind of feel like unfortunately that's finagle, but you can. I'm good to be argued with. I'm actually always good to be argued with.
Physical trickery?
I mean, you're doing a literal physical trick.
Oh, that's this is true, but I'm bashing also. It's forceful and direct. It was a good idea.
It was a good idea.
Alright, physical trickery, which I have 0.
Yeah, but you get to. I think you get to draw one baseline.
Oh, okay, doggy.
And then you get help from your friend.
Well, for me.
With just one of them?
Actually, you don't even need to. Let me see what it is. I've got a pretty low hand. Let me put this up here.
Fingers
for
crossed,
everybody.
everybody.
A 3, a 6, and an ace. So the highest I have is 6.
I'm gonna do it.
You can also spend a
You can
squib.
Squib it. I'm gonna eat chocolate. That means one more then?
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's I was gonna say, absolutely. So that is.
Wait to eat
I feel
this.
like I'm in a little casino now. A 9, 3, and 5. So you beat me. You can have these. These are for you. That means you absolutely do what you say you're gonna do. The pole falls. You don't see because you're bored with no eyes, but you feel it. You feel the gnar. It draws you to it. Please tell me really quick. Do a little describe for me. Paint me like a honey talk word picture.
Okay, so the curly-haired talker was swinging on a pole and launched me a little bit faster. I kept going, and then through the inspirations of my boy, speaking out of his mouth hole, we only talk style, scale on board, charge up, make great sound. Everybody knows it like Godzilla.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then freeze frame in air.
Sick.
Little side thing, I can't tell. I just know I'm flying because I feel my board hair's going. And then we whack the other pole right before cars go and just stop cars and tracks.
Okay, yeah. I guess you do like the Akira stop with, you know what I'm talking about? You guys get it. And the pigs are so impressed. The hogs and boars are so impressed by your cool Akira. Am I missing?
Man, I should have rallied an ally there.
That would have been great. And you kind of like stop and the cart and the pigs rear up, which I don't know what pigs do, and these ones do. And the cart sort of like goes a little forward because I don't think they have brakes. I don't know if that's how carts work back in Goblins. But the cart has stopped through all of your action. The guards A and B are sort of trapped. Their mom didn't name you. Well, they didn't have enough names. They got 14 brothers and sisters. They have 26 brothers and sisters.
Goomba and Goomba?
Yeah, Goomba and Goomba. It gets worse from there. Anyway. Goomba. And you guys, the cart is stopped, the pigs are calm, and the chaos. Ollie is like, he's been riding the top of the cart, like just sort of being slammed around, just like this for a while. And Dodger sort of comes up from the back as your skateboard, and you like go by, and he just sort of looks at you and says, "All right, we're sick as hell." And he just and then he like brings his little his skateboard has like a little sail on it, and he sort of like clicks it down and then like sort of carries it like a cool guy. With this little, I don't know the name of the hat. I know you know it. A little top hat. Thank you. Not a little bowler. Okay. It gives you a Snyder cool week. I feel like maybe he pounds it a little bit.
Are you a friend of Finn's?
Work associates. And he does like a deep wink. I don't know what that means, but you feel it in your soul. Yeah.
All right.
He says, well, if you ever got any cool sick jobs like this and want to share any of the loot about it, you know, Fen knows where to find us. I feel like everyone gets one. Otherwise, Ollie gets a rash. He says that every single time. He don't like working for free. However, I'm always down for a bit of fun. And then he goes, "Come on, Ollie!" And then Ollie's just like, "Oh, we can't have any shinies." All right.
They're supposed to show up at the profile later.
Yeah, and then just does this as he's like walking away and the thing. See, Dodger, see! And he's like, "I think you're faking it, but whatever." And they sort of like make their way in, and you can see them on the way out, just like one of them steals like a little something from one of the fallen carts, and the other one's like grabbing a few things over that way. Their pockets are starting to get full, and they're like not even 3 tenths down from you guys.
Okay. Well, I don't feel bad about not paying them any clean.
Ollie will try to make you feel bad about it every single time. Fully expect that from him.
Well, not after this. Not after this.
Achoo, he says in the distance. I'm sick. I'm sick of it.
Oh.
And yeah, you guys, the guards are subdued. I feel like they're kind of like struggling against you, Fen, but like almost every time one pulls one of them, they almost like fuck or screw the other one over.
So we've come to a sudden stop. And I've got my feet braced. And I've got his elbows kept the reins.
Absolutely.
Right. But I don't want to stop. So I'm going to take both of his arms, smack, and make this forced running.
You sit
And
there.
steer the cart down the next side alley, back to where I want it to go.
Okay. You want to like so the cart is now in control, right? It's not careening towards a building anymore. We've slowed down.
Somewhat.
You guys, well, the skateboards did pull enough to stop the cart, so the cart has stopped. So you can restart it for sure. And then I think. Yeah, you guys Midge, before we like get started going, I suppose, Midge, you sort of bring yourself out of out of your sort of prone state and rejoin the rest of the group. Do you stay as a skateboard?
No, I turn back into the goblin, which is less painful, but still.
And there's like, and then you pop back out.
This one's still wheel for a second.
Yeah. It just spins. And then Ben, you're up in the cart. Your coworkers, colleagues are all gathered. Do you wait for them, or do you just start the cart?
No, just start.
Okay. The cart starts leaving without you guys.
And I'll go join.
Yeah.
We should have plenty of time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, it turns out you're still on my back, though.
Yeah, we the camera pans over and like Kegel's just laying on the ground with
you're not a skateboard anymore.
No, it's just made of flesh.
Okay. Beat. Step down.
Do you need like a little chiropractic action before he steps off?
Yeah, you've been like hunched for like 5. Well, we say 7
okay.
times. I don't know what actual time that is. And then you step on the back of the
How long I've been down the cave? 7 times.
I think we should
Yeah, I
decide
remember
it was
saying that.
6
6
times.
times.
Yeah, 6, 7 times. You're back sufficiently chiropractic. You guys managed to grab onto the cart and start directing it. The Goonby and Goomba are sort of like, look, they were complaining, I think, for a while. I think one of their voices was, way up here! And the other one was down here somewhere, so we'll kind of do that. And they're complaining as you're sort of like manipulating their arms, and they say, wait till Queenie feels about this, and the other feels about it, emotional. Here's about this, and the other one's, yeah, wait till she hears about it.
Now, I told you guys, if you want to smoke contraband through the city streets, you shouldn't do it broad daylight through the market. I tried to show you where to go through the dark.
Oh, we're still working on that lie, huh?
Let me help you get where you're going.
I guess they just sort of like acquiesce to like, the one says, alright, I don't believe you, but
I mean,
and you
still got me captured. I'm in the car.
I mean, technically, we all captured now. It's like a Goldberg kidnapping machine.
I'm following the rules. I'm in the paddy wagon, locked up.
Paddy.
Yeah, you guys are you're in the wagon. You're hearing these guys sort of have this bickering. What are you guys doing as the cart makes its way through the village, or not the village, the sunken market? Everything's kind of returned to normalcy from the chaos over there. I feel like chaos in Goblonia is not uncommon. So they know how to set their tents back up really quickly and continue about their day. And so it just settles as you guys move your way through the market.
Well, Midge will use the distraction of Kegel's reanimation back to being a goblin again, and she's gonna like step to the other side of the street and put a different hat on so nobody recognizes her. And
where'd she go?
And then she's really sneaky like
and
that.
she's gonna pull out her reporter's notebook again and fumble, pick it up. And she's gonna start going down and interviewing the shopkeepers and be like, oh, who did this? Like, how did this happen? What are you gonna do to get back at them?
You approach a very old, very small goblin just you can't see under the wrinkles of his forehead. He's got really long ears and just like out there. And he goes, well, I've had a card out here for 7-8 times probably. And never have I been so disrespected in my life. First my car was up, and then it was, well, you see.
It wasn't those two orphans. I saw two orphans that were running down the street. They jumped
Should
onto
I
this car.
orphans?
I definitely think it was those
Pointing in that
orphans.
direction? That sounds good. I was looking for someone to be hateful towards.
Yes, it was definitely the orphans.
Where'd the woman go who was interviewing me earlier? Are you here about the insurance?
Yeah, so can you prove that you did not cause this damage yourself?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh dear. I'm afraid I can't turn this claim in.
Oh, well, there goes. I don't think there's college here, but my granddaughter's gonna have a hard time finding any education anymore. And he's sort of.
I hear there's work at the brothel.
That sounds. They have great benefits, I hear. And then he sort of goes back to putting his cart up, I suppose, and he says, "You said something about vengeance."
Yeah, you should get vengeance against those orphans that came through. They caused all of this chaos.
We get like a little flash forward to like a bunch of zoomed in cutscenes of this old man like putting on a mask, turning, putting on armor that has like the small nipple outfits, flipping up together a thing, it zooms out, and he's like got little fake little bat wings, and his big ears are out, like maybe created a superhero.
Are his like forehead wrinkles like kind of coming
over the mask? Yeah. Over the mask. And he says, "I'm the knight." And we're back in present time.
So having completed that interview and making sure that everybody knows who's to blame for all this mess down the sunken market.
Now you sent Batman upon 4 orphans. I guess
I'm gonna make my way through the sunken market because realizing that the market being sunken, you can't really like take the cart from there up to the brothel in the Narrows. So I assume that there's like some ladders or rope systems that people use to lift goods up and stuff.
I've done it many times.
Yeah, so she's just gonna like go through side alleys away from the main marketplace and go to where she knows the pulley system is close to the brothel. Because she assumes everybody else is gonna be there eventually.
Yeah, I feel like there are these like rudimentary elevators that kind of go along. The sunken market sort of, well, it did just that. It was a market that it did in fact sink. There's like a harsh boundary, a cliff that separates the Narrows and tips of, I believe, Burnside around the market. There are like pipes and plumbing.
There's reason that there's employment for rigor here.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's elevators and stuff.
Yeah.
Lovely. I love that.
Pulleys and ropes and all that stuff.
A rigor's best friend. And these rudimentary elevators, they pull you along the broken, like, almost separated different kinds of earth, clay, whatever, as you climb up. There's like a dinosaur bone in there, a couple skeletons.
Unicorn skeletons.
Yeah, just unicorn, and like sparkly sounds in the distance. And you, little pipes of, I guess they have plumbing, and it's just like dripping out, whatever, and then you make your way. It's up the elevator, and kind of it goes near the brothel pretty close. You sort of just like calmly make your way over there to meet your friends. The rest of you are in the cart as it's making its way through to, I guess, just a honkin' elevator somewhere, or back through the shadows.
Slightly too fast for comfort, but not out of control.
Yeah, but like a cool way, like you're speeding just enough not to be lame.
Slightly bound.
Yeah, slightly. The pigs are having a good pace. I mean, then you have to look.
Is the cart like this, and then the pig down here?
Yeah, I feel like if you think like a little Oregon Trail cart, but instead of like a round thing, it was like a truck bed and like a cage like on top of it, and then the goods are inside this like cage. It is a cage, not like a cage.
Can I do something?
I would love if you did something.
Okay, I'll crawl on top of the cart and then get down onto our piggies and then sit on top of Pig and just I start patting the side. Hello, Piggy, it's nice to see you. You seem like family. But the piggy don't respond because I don't think it's a stupid piggy.
Much to your surprise, the silverbacked piggy looks up at you. He's not a pig. He's a big old boar. He's not a little pig. And he's big, and then one's like almost like half his size and is also pulling. But thinking back on how the cart's been moving around, one of them has been sort of swung around a little bit more than the other. And he looks at you and says,
"Hold on, let me wreck on this a little bit. Okay, more dramatic.
Okay. That never happens.
Okay.
Forget it.
Let me describe it in much better detail.
Take me away.
I know. Sitting on top of the cart, but pulled like something inside of me. It begins to turn like butter, pig butter, like or lard that happened in bucket. So then I see like memory return from my mind. It has been so long. It has been a long time, maybe 7, 8 times. Maybe 6 or 7 times. And then I go toward Pig. I'll reach out my fingers. But it hesitates. It could not be. I do not know.
Yeah, there's like
why do I recognize this feeling?
An ethereal like sense in the background. You as the cart goes by, like a singing operatic goblin, sort of melting off your soul. The pig looks up at you, like his eye going back, and says, "Brother, clip, 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 clip. What are you doing here on my back? In this cart, have you imprisoned me like the other green folk?"
I don't even know what cart is. I just sort of saw the rear end, the back of you, and I still don't know how I know. You call me brother. I feel like 7, 8 times. I can't remember. I sound like. What does this mean?
I don't mean brother in a family sense, just that you smell of the swine, you smell of the pig, and I recognize the 4 hoovage ones, the clips, the clops, and of the curly tails. This is a cart, by the way, in case you were wondering.
Oh, cart, I've learned new word today.
Another new word is subjugation. Me and my friend here, my name is Bubba Oink, and my friend here is Muffin. And Muffin goes, howdy.
Is she up there talking?
We have been captured like some of our people, and they are using us to control their carts. And, well, I don't know the other jobs I've been pulling the cart away from the others.
So I smell like you sound like you call me brother, and the people that put these strings on you to make you call heavy things behind? Yes.
Objectively, sort of, yeah.
Well, I feel so connected to you so personally deep, and I never feel those feelings for 7 or 8 times.
Gooch looks at you and says, well, I like them feelings for you, but that's fine.
No, it's different, Gooch.
Okay.
You and I are special friends. We share one body, and then you take up all the space.
You take up all the space. You think I'm the arms and the legs, and you're just the edge, and I'm over here. You think I've got the arms and the legs?
I genuinely thought you did. I remember it's been 7 or 8 times since I fell down there. So, okay, I feel like more compelled to help the pig because I don't know these guys. So I stand up and I say, wait! Do you feel that the feeling in your chest space that feels kind of guilty about stringing pigs?
Sorry. It took a minute for me to listen.
We're about to set them free.
Yeah, are you just making them take your stuff to their house? Feels like maybe I was ramming in the wall. I don't even know you guys.
I just saved them from running into the wall.
I guess it's a little bit true. But I don't know you next to a mushroom or next to poop, you know?
We'll go up there and free them.
Well, no, it just seems like I think we stop this card, let him go now. You carry yourself. Sorry.
We're gonna get to the place and then we're gonna free him.
Okay, well, you better pay him good, because it feels like there's, what's the word we learned today? Subjugation. I don't know if you can hear that, but I heard.
You just hear like,
Hear what?
Nah, you know,
The madam will probably be really happy with them.
you, the cart, as you argue with the concept.
She's got onions.
She has many an onion. It's from this thing. You make it to a super big elevator that like you guys have to like crank like this thing, and it's just like as it goes up.
forever.
It takes so long. You guys have to each switch out.
So there's this big platform.
Yeah,
You put
yeah.
the cart on it, and I cut the pigs loose.
Before the cart, or while they're on the cart.
We're gonna get the cart on the platform.
Okay, I was just like,
Cut
run
the
off,
pigs
run
loose.
off. Fly on the edge. They're untamed.
And then we start cranking this platform up.
I would do this. That one pig is very heavy, so that was probably a smart move. Before
I
the
told him to come by the brothel for onions.
the pigs,
Yeah.
One of them does a deep bow and looks at you and says, "I love onions." But if you tell him, I won't debate the semantics as the latter goes up and talking to you. He says, but if you've invited us to the place we're going and kicked us off the elevator, and it goes all the way up to the I'll see you there.
So you hear Midge's voice from under the cart where she's sitting. now. And she's like, that was probably a good thing. This menu board said soup jambon. So
You look over and there's like a harsh pan over another thing. There's like a picture of a little pig, and then in the distance you're like,
Quack, quack.
special of the day.
Yeah, you guys make your way to the brothel, and the cart sort of like hobbles through. It's had a hard time, and yeah, you park it round back, I suppose, in
The shadowy back end.
yeah, the shadow.
I'm still on pig. You could have listened and keep back on.
Okay, we'll cut to it.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys make your way up there into the shadowy back entrance. I think it's like convoluted. There's like 3 buildings down that's been like hollowed out so that you go like out and around and through, and then you make your way to. Well, the brothel is actually literally right on the edge of. It's like a standalone building. Itself is not attached to the shadow tunnel. You guys had to like make your way over there to do it. But because it's just sort of half of it sort of fell off into the depth or whatever. And yeah, you guys make your way over there. And you, what would you like to do as you enter into the brothel? Oh, I know.
Wait, what did we lost Kegel?
Yeah, Kegel's on the. I feel like I'm just gonna walk the pigs up there in like 2 seconds. Yeah. I guess Kegel never got off the board when the.
I still have heart songs feeling that's pumping inside Chase Kevin.
Yeah, we'll smash them in just
Midge will run around the front of the brothel and wash the chalkboard off. And instead of soup jambon being the soup of the day, she'll be like subjugation soup featuring onions.
So many onions. And it's just water with a bunch of onions in there. Because hydration is key. So you guys enter into the brothel. The soup of the day has changed. The cooks in the kitchen adhere to whatever the board says apparently, and then you hear a bunch of changes in the kitchen. We got soup, onions, and water coming up. They're like sweating and like pressing ding. They're like dumping soup out the other side.
I've still got 2 goons.
You definitely still have to Gooby and Gooby. Yeah, you have your 2 goons.
Yeah.
What would you like?
So remove the box. I've still got them tied to the box. I'm removing the box.
Okay. They're attached. Subjugation. They're attached and making their way into the brothel. Are you guys sort of like hauling it through, or
Into the back.
into the back of the brothel? And you're leaving the cart and coming in with the hall, which is currently
In the car.
Yeah. What I mean is, are you leaving the cart and carrying the stuff inside, or are you having? Just so I know.
No, I'm making thugs pull it in.
Okay. In the back of the cart are a couple of barrels, a single large box, and a couple of small boxes that have sort of been jostled around but are still definitely intact. The ashtray goblin that normally precedes the madam looks out the window and says, "Oh, that was fast," and then like runs with the like ashtray, I guess that she always has to hold, and yells for the madam. You can see just like smoke coming out of the window as she's yelling something in whatever goblin version of French there is, and starts coming down the stairs and exits through the back door. Long cigarette, the ash is like Winston Churchill, like just long. And looks at the three of you like up and down, and I definitely remember how to do this French accent. Took you long enough.
Break it right in front of her.
Yeah. And the keep their heads on the bars a little bit. Yeah. I don't know if you want to do like a cool, everyone's just, no, we can't all do Kira slides. It's the only way to drive. And then Ash is down just as like it turns into, and like the wind from it, like
Figure out like kicking the beads out from under him, and all of a sudden the cart just kind of goes skid.
Her onion like fronds like wiggles. At that time, the dust that builds, there are the two pigs with like kegels on the back come sort of like sauntering through and says, "Onion soup, brother, if you haven't tried it, it's to die for."
Kegel, you made it.
I've learned quite a bit from the bottom of the hill to the top of the hill.
And the madam says, "Oh my god!" Oh no, we're not British. "Oh my god, what is that?"
Well, I think it's called a pig.
I know what a pig is.
This is
something completely different. Oh my god.
This was our this is who assisted us in finding your stuff.
She seems hesitant to reward
a trailblazer.
Trailblazer. If I can hose you down, you smell.
It turns out this is a family.
The pig says, and she goes, yes, I agree with you. Definitely. Someone thought that, and like the ashtray goblin just comes up and goes, "Ka-chee!" with like a big perfume thing. And smells and says, "It's not much better." And then like walks away. And does away with the, I guess, perfume bottle. She looks you up and down and says, "May and tell." And looks at the three of you and says,
I'm mid. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm still mid.
Yes, I see G.I.TS changed and thus the identity in its entirety. Sergeant Six will be happy to see you. And I am curious first, before he brings his blazing attitude into our dealings. What did you find out down in the tunnels?
Oh, see these two thugs?
Oh, good being
Right. Well, they were stealing your shipment.
Okay.
For someone named Queenie.
Her eyes sort of narrow very seriously, and then she turns to Ashtray Goblin and like holds like her hand up and whispers something. Before the like her name will be Ash now. Ashley. Ashley stands up and really rigidly, and then makes their way back into the brothel very quickly. And she says, the madam looks at you and says, "Well, very good information. Very much
don't look for guys in the tunnel.
Entirely forgot about you."
You got all your stuff.
I see the stuff and extra. Thank you for your service. This was very important to me. You have earned your keep here at the brothel, and more importantly, you have earned just a bit of respect from me, which can go a long way in this town. Don't mess it up.
Can you eat that?
Eat what?
Respect these?
No. I'm not going to answer these questions.
Well,
she starts to leave. Make yourself at home. There's a sort of basement or something. You can clash in or something. I don't know.
What do you want us to do with the thugs?
Sort of tie them up.
Information out of them, right?
Yeah, I would love to have information out of them. You can tie them up and bring them to my office, I suppose. And then you know.
You're cooked now.
I'm not. I won't cook them. And like does a little wink at no one in particular. She shuffles in back into the brothel. You guys have successfully brought in the items that she has asked for. You successfully helped out the madame. I think probably have we hit like an hour, or are we just still going? We gotta.
We are at 51 minutes.
Oh my god! So I do think as we've solved this whole thing, it's a perfect time to take a little bio break. Thank you so much for stopping in and watching and all that kind of jazz. Again, this is Goblonia. Smash the Faetriarchy, and we'll be right back. everybody, and welcome back to episode 2 of Goblonia Smash the Faetriarchy. Woo! Boo! Before we left for our magical break, it was magical, we had just finished delivering the goons to Madame Bouillon's brothel, and she instructed you to take them upstairs to her office. The goons, Goon B and Goon A, are grumbly rumbling. Goon A looks at Goon B and says, "Mom's gonna be really pissed at us." And the other brother looks up at him and says, "Yeah, well, she always likes you better, so would you sort of kind of handle it for me?" And they're like walking, stomping up the stairs a little bit.
Well, hey, you can't tell her you captured the prisoner. I mean, really, you did catch me.
On a technicality, you're right. A technicality.
Got him on a technicality.
Absolutely.
That's right.
I even mostly stayed in the cage.
And then he kind of looks at you and he's like, we're forming sort of a weird bond, us, hey. Sort of captor-y, captor-er. We're having a laugh. I feel like I might die as we
Well,
walk up these stairs.
We might play a large role at the last part of your life.
Oh.
Timeshare!
Oh, he says. And all jokes aside, he falls a little bit silent, sort of like kicks a can appears and he kicks the can. And says harumph. And you guys make your way up to you haven't been here yet. Last time you guys met with your sort of superior officer, you were down in the conference room, but you are now up in the Madame's quarters. A very strange honor, you might not know, but very few people are allowed up in this area. It is well and lavishly decorated in here for all the mismatched whatevers, tchotchkes, everything downstairs, the self-playing piano, the 18 different building styles in this area. This is all one thing. It's lace. It's fine china. It's beautiful chandeliers. It's like a little too bright in there.
Red velvet upholstery.
Absolutely, red velvet upholstery. 18 different hats, just like on goblin head shapes with like wigs that go up to here, and like a 4-layered mirror or whatever. It is like lavish in here. It's kind of you're not really used to it either from like Goblonia, that this kind of stuff is not necessarily like, well, it's kind of like the topsy, right, to be this kind of fancy and invested in these kinds of things, but she just likes what she likes, and she's sitting at this beautifully carved, like heavy desk, just cigarette smoking. How did she get up here so fast and look so official? But she does. Her regular blue dress is sort of like changed into a more menacing black with longer sleeves and like a really long like dead animal that's like biting its own tail like as she's wearing it. And she like ashes the cigarette out and says, "This is an honor, so don't touch anything."
Midge was like just about to touch one of the hats, like literally right there, was like,
yeah, her eyes like shoot over your way and you can like feel it. She sort of like waves you, Fen, over towards two like lavish chairs that are intricately carved. Snyder, you kind of have a flashback, curious on whether or not one of these chairs is a goblin or not. The last time you had 2 chairs in your life, Hegel was one of them. Well, I guess it's non-canon, but it bears mentioning.
It does bear mentioning.
Some sort of
It's like a weird dream.
Yeah, the alternate.
Premonition. It hasn't quite happened yet.
Yeah, you're right. You all of a sudden that's so raven it when you see them, and a small bit of panic sort of settles on you, like, oh.
Devagu.
Yeah, Devagu, do know it? Yeah. That's the goblin word for it. The shaman Degabu. Tells you of the future, the last true oracle of Goblonia. Writing that down, just kidding. I'll get it when I watch this episode. The goons are sat down at the chairs. The goods have also been moved up there rather quickly. Her sort of like helpers doing what they could, and they sort of sit sort of like on the far side. She's sitting on the desk. They're sat down in front of you. You guys are on the side, and then through it's like the juxtaposition is a little rough because your sergeant Styx, a very stout, aggressive, very militant man, his hair in white hair and like a tight military bun, and he's wearing like the Predator movie military green, and again and he's smoking a rather large cigar, and with the two of them sort of condensating together, it's a little rough to breathe in here, but he enters through this very delicate looking door, and it's just the juxtaposition's very strange.
Sergeant.
And he looks at the 3 of you and gives you one of these, and then he says, "Excellent work. Sorry to say I must have misjudged you at the beginning. As, Mars's voice can't go this low." I'm forcing it. Ready. You came back. None of you died. And you got the goods. And the goons. He looks over at the madam and says, "And to top it all off, you got us a good position here at the brothel. I sincerely thank you for coming and coming through for us on this one. This will go a long way with me. I'd like a good, finished job. And then he goes to the madam and sort of like stands behind her as she looks over at the goons and at you and says, "So, did they, other than Queenie, did they reveal anything to you?" She looks over at you.
I'm leaning against the crate in the back and just kind of whittling.
Just
on the corner of
whittling.
it. Yeah.
It's just you're whittling like a big question mark as you're like doing. The goons kind of look at each other and say, "Oh no, I don't really think we did. No, it was really the Queen thing, I think." And he goes, "Yeah, it's Queenie thing, pretty much." And then she sort of stands up quickly and says, "Reveal more!" And then they get a little bit scared. She has the three of you standing next to the crate, and she says, "Open the crates." Yeah, perfect timing. Good knife. As you do, this strange, purpley, glowing substance sort of beams through. It's a soft glow through this crate as you kind of open it. The three of you are no, you're not there. We'll cut over there. The three of you like lean over and see these very smooth stones, these very smooth looking gems that seem to swirly whirly like on the inside, like a marble that's like, you know, full of like glitter a little bit. There aren't very many of them. They're placed like in this setting and like there's like, you know, 5 in a row evenly spaced, and you assume that there's a few layers of them. On top is also a small note that says to the madame, and then it's just got a little picture of a carrot on it, but no other information.
A little picture of a carrot?
Yeah, like a little drawing of a carrot, like a, yeah, thank you.
Okay.
A little like cute little sketch of a carrot. And the madam says, "Bring me the note, please." Snyder brings it over to her. She like takes a cigarette and then like puts fire onto it and like and then like another little note falls out of it because that's how that works. And she like reads this thing and like sets it down and says, "My girls on the inside have found a new weapon, something that Oratha have been working on for some time now. Now, I do not know the nature, and this does not leave this room. I do not know the nature of this weapon."
You goons didn't hear this.
The goons look at each other and they like nod and they're like, "Yeah, of course didn't hear it at all." You do get the inclination that they aren't necessarily surprised about this information. They look at each other and like are trying to like maybe hide that fact now that you're paying attention to them. Like maybe they're dumb, but they do know a little bit. And the madam comes up to him and tells them to talk as you guys stare at these new strange sort of arcane marbles. What do you guys do as you see them? Like, what's your reaction to them? You poke it. Amazing first reaction to any form of danger. Ben pokes it. There is almost like as you touch it, you try to pull away a little, and you can kind of see sort of the color of your finger, sort of like pulling, like as you're pulling away, almost, I don't know how, ethereally, like it got like stuck, like gum stuck or something, you know what I mean? It just sort of like pulls away, but an ethereal way.
Wait a minute. No, I didn't need any of those.
Yeah, and it's just for a moment, and you're stronger than it. It doesn't pull you in. It doesn't like do anything like that. It's just this like strange little remnants, I guess, is the way that I would describe it. But it doesn't hurt or anything. You can just kind of have that interaction, feel that feeling. We're gonna oh wait, what do you guys do as you kind of see this happen?
Where'd you get that?
She looks at you and says, "I have my ways. That is privileged information, though I do thank you for bringing this to me. This is the first I'm seeing of this in person. I've heard of it. Something that Oratha are working on. My girls up in the tops are keeping an eye on things for me. So this seems to be what they were talking about. A mystery I would like to know, as I have yet to see these used by anyone on the Fae side."
Do we have any, I know someone who might be able to look at that. I mean, who might make weapons or something like that.
She looks at you kind of side-eyed and then says, okay, I need to solve this mystery. And if Sergeant Sticks allows it, and Sergeant Sticks sort of like nods, at your disposal, ma'am. And she says, each of you can take one of the marbles with you, and you have to find out information about it. Yes? My go-to guys. And if you do well, we can upgrade your rooms. Yes?
I like an upgrade. I like a good upgrade.
We're gonna then, unless you have something you'd like to do, Midge.
Midge's hand is like shaking like an addict's trying not to call his hot tip in right now.
Right now in front of everyone. The Kermit's like ringing off its own thing. We smash cut then as we watch like the vibrating Kermit, like the camera A24 style like zooms in on it, you know what I mean? And then we smash cut to a barn. The light is flickering from a torch. The pigs have been given a fresh bit of hay and a series of, I guess, bowls of water with onions on them as promised.
You're right, this is pretty good.
And then he's just like blowing bubbles in the water with his
I begin to
sound.
also do that.
He says, brother, it is good to blow bubbles with you in the water onions.
Yes, all I had to read was crazy mushrooms that slowly eroded my mind as I spent multiple times inside times and stretched across universes because it's my only form of sustenance, but these onions have a way better flavor.
That is too why I can connect with you with my mind. I too subsist off of the shadow mushrooms. So does Muffin, and Muffin goes, yeah, I do.
Are those the things that grab on my back?
Sort of, he says. And other places, they bring the sentience to the hogs of the shadows. And we are in dire trouble, my brother. Dire trouble.
What does that kind of trouble mean? Dire is like, is that like a wheel on a car?
It's big bad.
It's big bad.
It's big bad trouble. My people, my hogs, they have been taken. My village raided. Don't laugh at me right now, it's serious. My village raided. They are taking them for some unseen, unknown purpose. I do believe the dumbest of us have been wrangled up first, as something I think has to do with intelligence. That's why they gave me and Muffin the second smartest pig in our culture of our village. To do the other works, so we couldn't ask the proper questions, find the proper lies.
That's a lot of words you just told me.
I'll dumb it down for you. Fae take pig, very bad, don't know why. The dumb one's gone first.
Oh, thank you, that makes so much more sense.
Eat more mushrooms, I'll blow your mind.
That's because of my, you're right. Thank you.
Please, will you help us defend our people from the tall ones?
I mean, that sounds like a good. What do you think? It sounds like they're in trouble.
Well, I think we met some pretty nice friends today that seem to really not like the Fae very much. You think they could help us? Help the piggies? Sorry, the boars.
No, I'm not boring. You're boring.
No, I'm not saying that. We can talk about it later.
Okay, well, I met some friends who drove the pig in the cart, and I'm trying to figure out when I spend a long time by myself, many times, who bad guy, good guy. But I do know guys, so I can make connection because they don't seem to understand pig very good.
Well, also, they gave all the pigs some onions, and that's nice.
That's true, they did do that, and the other guys put you in string. So onion versus string, I think with that math, it's 2 onion plus 4 strings.
There's strings and pictures of onions like floating around like the math meme at this point.
I think that's okay. And then when we're done, Gooch, we can just go back.
So you're saying, brother, you'll help us?
Yeah, well, I must know why my chest feels a longing connection.
He puts his hoof on your chest, and he says, mine too. And then he puts his hoof down and eats an onion.
You will remember me.
So yeah, he asks if you
Marissa Glocklin?
Yeah, Marissa Glocklin. So he asks for you to ask for help of your friends. You, this is my offer, you walk up confidently the stairs, smelling out the trail of your friends. I'm assuming that's how you find things. This is a sniff. You walk into the room, Madame Bouillon's in the middle of like pulling some guy's tooth out or something as you guys if you come into the room.
Oh yeah, cavity.
Yeah.
I had to do that with an ice skate once.
You see in, I guess, cross stitch across the top of the wall. And would you read I think up to here and then say why you want to join.
Oh, I thought I was just telling
Oh.
Yeah, I just thought I was telling people about pigs, but I guess in order to do so, I'll sign myself up. It says so right on the wall. It says anyone talk must say these words first, so it could be an accident. I'm Mitch, just kidding. My name is Keegalt. I'm a Keegalt and this is a gooch, and we do so many.
Yeah, and they say it at the same time.
So many swears that I know. It's a novel polishing, totally rat tail.
snitch.
What does that mean, gooch? I don't know.
Just keep reading. And I
knowingly
full of the risks.
Full well, thank you. I know you how to read.
Do willingly enter the company of rabble
Do Willie's enter into company of rabbit rousers.
You finished it.
No, you were first, I was second.
Rogues, renegades, known as Gits, and I'm joining because I'm attached to Kegold.
Rogues and grenades, known as Gits. I'm joining because everybody, the pig told me something. Now that I've said your magic spell, I can tell you. Okay.
What the pigs tell you?
Is the spell working? Okay. The pigs told me that tall people stole them and then we need their help. So I think maybe when I say these words, and that means I'm asking you for help for the pigs. Because that's what they ask me to do.
Who's hurting the pigs?
The tall people. I don't know. I live in
All tall people?
Pretty
Every tall person.
Every tall place said the tall ones have been hurting and they kidnapped. And then, oh God, I wish I wrote this down. What I do. Yeah, well, I say sure that my heart song sang for pigs, so I say I help you out of the tunnel. Maybe we help pig because pig carry your cart.
I mean,
We love pigs.
I think there's a deeper mystery here.
And the mystery is how I even got that out of my mouth.
You guys sit and look at each other with this information, the glowing contents behind you, the ferocity at which you didn't expect the madam to extract information, the Keegolds talking about pigs and magic, and our camera like pans out further out the window. You can hear the pigs eating onion in the distance. And the sun like starts to set on the day. You have found out some new information, and that is where we're going to end our.
And the songbirds are singing.
And the songbirds are singing, but they've switched to the nighttime songbirds, which are doing kind of like a smoother kind of jazzy.
It's all about the bird notes you don't
It's all about the sweets you don't do.
nighthawk
guess.
swing.
Yeah. And but thank you so much again for checking us out and coming and watching and supporting us. My name is Mars. Again, I'm the Weaver.
My name is Lewin St. Clair from Nearly Normal. I am Keegleton, not Gooch.
Mayim Burr, and I play Mage, the conspiracy theorist tabloid reporter.
And I'm Snyder, played by Manny Gwendolyn.
And I'm Jeff, and I play Finn.
And then yeah, thanks to all you guys. Thank you to our Gobbler Tech Goblin Hunter.
Check out Tech Gremlin.
Bye everyone. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Chocolate.